This video will show you how to attach Japanese hinges with a V-hinge. The first step is to assemble the tools and supplies. In addition to the artwork that has been hinged on the back, you will need the backing board that you are attaching the artwork, weights, wheat paste, a brush, hinge separators, blotters, a ruler, and a micro spatula. We are not using gloves when we attach the hinge, but it is very important to make sure your hands are very clean before you begin. The artwork now is placed face down with the hinges on the back of the artwork. Now turn it over and place the hinges closest to you. Take your ruler and measure the borders around the artwork until it is placed exactly where you want it on the backing board. Then place a blotter on the artwork and weight it down. We have placed a strip of mylar behind the artwork and weighted it down. This will act as a barrier when we put on the hinges to attach the artwork to the backing board. We now put a hinge separator underneath the hinge so we don't get any paste on the part of the backing board that will be visible. The technique that we use to put the wheat paste on is to put one finger in the middle and to apply the paste on either side of that finger. We don't put any paste in the middle where your finger is because that allows us to pick up the hinge. It will also allow the hinge to be removed if necessary at a later date. Now pick up the hinge with the micro spatula and place it on the hinge that is attached to the artwork. Press it down with your finger to adhere it. We now lift up the artwork and the mylar and use our micro spatula to position the hinge behind the artwork. Once in place, lower the artwork and use your finger to adhere it to the backing board. Now put a hinge separator and blotter on top of the hinge and weight it down. Now we repeat the process with the hinge on the other side of the artwork. As before, put a hinge separator and a blotter on top of the artwork and weight it down. We recommend keeping the weights on the artwork for at least an hour to make sure they are secure. This is what the hinge will look like when you are done. The technique is the same if you are using paper hinging tape. We recommend tapering the edges of the tape to ensure it is not visible. As with the Japanese paper, take a brush and wet it on both sides with your finger. Now use the same process as you did with the Japanese paper. Lift up, put the hinge behind, put the separators on, the blotter, and the weight. This is what it looks like when you are done.